guys, Ingo Rademacher back with another car review. This time I've got a 2021 Toyota Sequoia. This model's been around for that long. Now I wasn't going to do a full review on it because it's such a dinosaur, but it surprised me with some class-leading features that are important to us. Let's get into those right now. The comfort of the vehicle is very important to us, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to extend my review on it a little bit. I just thought it was totally outdated for 2008, and now in its 12th year of production. Thought it would not be as good as it is. It has some class-leading features that are really important to us, like second row captain seats. They're extremely comfortable, and they have maximum recline. I believe they have better recline than the Ford did. They're almost right up there with the Sienna minivan in recline. Very comfortable armrest, very comfortable leg position. You can really fall asleep in those second row captain seats. I thought the third row was going to be bad because it is a 2008, and because just about every other, third row SUV, like your old Tahoes, your old Expeditions, your old Escalades, the third row was never great on those vehicles. Some of these don't even recline, like on the new 2021 Suburbans and Yukons and even the Escalade. There's no recline for this third row at all. It's like straight up and down. It's more like that, if you can see it. And this one really reclines quite far. That's for the third row. I mean, obviously you have no luggage room anymore, but that's not about that for us at all. It's about having insane comfort for the third row because the kids are going to be huge. So blown away that Toyota got this right in 2008, while some of the competitors still don't have it right in 2021. I got my car geek buddy here right next to me, Belinda, my mother-in-law, who did the same thing that I usually do to SUVs. She crawled in the back first because, you know why? I figured it out why you did that. You crawled into the back to check out the seats, and it's because we're caring people. We want our passengers to be just as comfortable as we are.
We're empathetic people.
That's exactly.
We put ourselves in their
That's why
shoes.
we crawl in the back first, and then we go, okay, this is not too bad. I can drive this.
The comfort of others.
This is comfortable too, but the back is extremely comfortable.
Extremely.
So.
And it reclines.
And it fully reclines. The third row reclines, and that's important. Even the bottom cushion,
100%.
it did this.
100%. You're talking priorities.
Yeah. Probably class leading, I would say, as well. Because not only does it recline a very generous amount, so you can actually go to sleep back there, and I'm 6'2", and I fit back there comfortably, it also changes the angle of the bottom cushion from flat to a slight angle, so you don't slip off when you lean back. I haven't seen that on any other third row, not even the minivan. So in that way, to me, that is a class-leading technology, and they came up with that in 2007 when this thing first hit the market, and that is pretty impressive. As far as layout goes, you got the big buttons everywhere, you got dials everywhere, you've got your Apple CarPlay like I mentioned. So you have all those modern features. The cruise control doesn't go down to 0, but they did update it to a radar cruise control because the original one was a laser-guided adaptive cruise control that was absolutely horrible. So the radar cruise control is very smooth. I have it on right now, driving on the freeway, but it doesn't go to stop-and-go traffic. It only goes down to about 25 miles an hour, and then it shuts off. So that's a bit annoying in stop-and-go traffic because you can't use it at all. As far as the layout in here goes, it's nice. It doesn't look completely outdated, especially the Nightshade edition that I have. It's just all black in here. They did a really nice job. It doesn't have the ugly fake wood like some of the models do. And I'm really impressed with just overall comfort of the vehicle. Ride quality is right up there with the Expedition, maybe just a little bit bumpier, but totally acceptable. Maybe slightly more road noise than the Expedition, but it's only slight. Cabin noise, road noise is very acceptable. It's up there with your luxury cars. The only problem that I had was I'm 6'2", and this seat really doesn't go down far enough for me. It lifts up really high. So if you're any taller than 6'2", it kind of, squatting to look out of the windshield. What I liked about this as well is there's plenty of places to put your key. You get into some cars and there's just no place to put your key. You've got the perfect little spot for your key right there, and this tiny little, I don't know what that is because you can't fit a cup in there. So you got a spot right here, and then you got plenty of storage right here for your phone. There's also a little hidden compartment under here, and you have a dual glove box right there, which is nice, and a little bit of extra storage here where you can hide stuff, and also the side pockets down here. So storage wise, it's great. The third row also has really great cup holders. The kids were impressed with that, and also has nice little storage compartments where you can also hide your M&Ms from your parents. Honey, I found your chocolate covered almonds. Center console is massive. Absolutely love that. You can still get a Blu-ray player for the middle for the kids with headphones. On the Sienna, we had to figure out how to do all that with the cables to try to get your movie to play through your smart device. Looks like Batman, you know. If you like really, really dark gray and black, that's what you get with the night shade edition. You can get it in white as well, all blacked out. And I've seen it in black, gray. This one's gray. It's nice. It really looks nice. Sure, it looks a little bit outdated, the vehicle, but like I said, it's got some features that are kind of cool that other cars just don't have. Like the rear window automatically goes down, and you can control that from the back tailgate as well. So the whole window disappears. So when I was driving with Prismo to go hiking, I put him in the back, and he was pretty stoked to be able to look out the back window. Now, the one thing that the Limited does not have in this trim are perforated cooled seats. It has the heated seats. It does not have heated captain's seats either. You're going to have to go up to the Platinum trim for that. Now, the Sequoia Platinum also comes with air suspension. Yes, it is very, very rare in a vehicle to have that option. The only other options out there in this size is really the new Escalade that just came out, the GMC Yukon, and the Mercedes GLS, of course, has air suspension standard, but it's not really in the same size class. I mean, it is a full-size SUV, but it's not as big as the Sequoia. Also, the other vehicle is the Volvo XC90. That actually has an option for air suspension as well. So if you like Range Rovers, for instance, that all have air suspension as well, but you need more room, then the Sequoia Platinum is definitely worth a look, because the ride quality in that is just beautiful. There is something about air suspension that just makes the ride so much more luxurious. Of course, what it doesn't have is any automated driving features that I would really like on the next vehicle, because we do those 5-hour trips to Mammoth. This one has a lane departure warning. It doesn't give you any steering assist whatsoever. The next generation Sequoia, I am really looking forward to seeing. Now, Toyota just came out with their new Land Cruiser. That's not apparently coming to the US. It might come out in a Lexus LS, I heard. But Toyota has some incredible diesel engines, and I don't know why they didn't drop it into this vehicle when it first came out in 2008. It would still be so relevant today. So I'm really hoping that by, I think, maybe 2023, they're going to have to redesign the Sequoia. And I'm really hoping that they're going to drop their new diesel engine that they just put in the Land Cruiser that they launched. You can read about it, Google it online, 2022 Toyota Land Cruiser. It has a 3.3-liter class-leading turbo diesel V6 that makes 300 horsepower and a whopping, get ready for this, 516 foot-pounds of torque. People, this is insane, this engine. I would buy this just for the engine, because no one else can compete with that. Everybody else is around 260 horsepower, around 460 foot-pounds of torque. I really hope that we get it in America, and I hope they drop it in the Tundra too. You're dropping these twin-turbo V6 gas-guzzling engines into the new Tundra. Guys, come on. You put a diesel in there, you're going to get 2027. And higher if you baby it. The thing is, if you baby a gas engine on the freeway, you're not going to get that much better gas mileage. If you baby a diesel engine, you will get incredible returns like you wouldn't believe. I've had my wife's Range Rover that's a turbo diesel. get almost 40 miles to the gallon on a freeway trip that I did where I kept it at 62 miles an hour. I got 39 point something miles to the gallon. It's a no-brainer. Let's go diesel until we, can electrify more vehicles, obviously, and make them have a lower carbon footprint. Because this whole zero emissions on electric cars is just not true. They still use electricity made from fossil fuel to charge up, and they also have a much higher carbon footprint when they're brand new and hit the showroom floor because of the making of the battery process. So, just because you drive a Tesla doesn't mean you're environmentally friendly. Okay? It's zippy around town. Obviously, you're gonna not get great gas mileage, which I've already mentioned. It doesn't really matter because it's horrible either way. So you may as well drive it hard. I've been driving it pretty hard. The other thing that's also a little bit confusing, because this is an older model, you can switch it over to two-wheel drive. That's two-wheel drive on the rear. If you switch it over to 4H, usually on a four-wheel drive system, if it's a 4 high, you're not supposed to use it on hard road surfaces like the pavement that I'm driving on right now. But because the Sequoia has a slip differential in the middle, you could actually switch it over to 4H. So if you live somewhere where it rains a lot and you like to accelerate out of corners, definitely drive it in 4H because you've got all-wheel drive, which is awesome. So it's keeping up. This vehicle, as old as it is definitely keeping up. So because of this incredible layout, and I hope the designers watch this, guys, you don't need to change much when you redesign this vehicle. Those captain seats are awesome. That third row, please don't change it. I know it's going to grow in size, most likely, in length. I like the height of the roof as well. Don't squash the car. Keep this interior updated, but keep the layout the same. Maybe flatten the floor a little bit if you can, but don't change any of the awesome features that you have in here, especially with the 7-seater layout. So keep it the same, grow the size of it, fix the styling, and please drop the diesel, your international diesel, into this, because it will be an absolute winner, especially with the air suspension. Dream car. Absolute dream car. And then just have your Safety Sense 2.5 with that nice autopilot steering that steers through the corners really well already, and let people hack it themselves.